Good morning to you, dear sir. Whoa! I was not expecting that. Oh, wow. That for sure was not staged.
Was it real?
I genuinely think that it was real, just because of Chris Rock's reaction.
Well, if it wasn't real, Chris Rock deserves an Oscar nomination because he played the part of a rattled comedian really, really convincingly.
It almost seemed, I mean, if you looked deep into his eyes, which I was doing, it almost looked like he was going to cry.
Yeah, and well, first of all, it just. You know,
let it out. Let it out.
You know, I don't know if it was real or not because there's so much that goes on in Hollywood that is convincingly fake, including the people and it seemed to me like there was an audio edit as far as dubbing in, but boy, Rock's reaction sold it, and then the vulgarity of Will Smith was pretty convincing. So. You know, a lot of people are saying it was authentic.
I felt in my gut that it was real.
Well, then, if that's the case, do you do a recount on the Best Actor nomination? And
well, his personal life doesn't take away from his.
Yeah, but I mean that's felony assault in some places.
Yeah, well, Chris Rock, you refused to press charges,
which
or
is
anything like that.
uncool on his part. And if it had been Dwayne Johnson making those jokes, would Will Smith have been so brave? I mean, he towers over Chris Rock by a full foot, outweighs him by 30, 40 pounds.
You know, that is actually a valid point. And someone the size of Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, coming up and punching Chris Rock, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Well, here's
why was it a slap and not a punch?
Maybe knowing he didn't want to give him a black eye for the rest of the show.
No, was Chris? Pardon me, I wasn't watching it. I have stopped watching the Oscars almost 8-10 years ago.
Don't apologize.
And I used to be one of those guys that would watch it for all 4 hours of it. You know, and we'd have little pools of the 26 main categories.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm into the movie scene really, really hard, but. I didn't watch it, but boy, did the phone start buzzing.
I didn't watch it either, but I got the notifications right away. But here's my question to you. Because I already on my feed, I started seeing Team Will Smith. And in my opinion, I think he's a comedian. He's making a joke. And you know what Jada is struggling through with alopecia, that is really hard. And if he was being a protective husband, I understand that. But couldn't he have just leaned over and hugged her and like smiled and made her more comfortable? Or,
I mean, if you want to make a protest, stand up, walk out, and not be there for your. I mean, that would have been the convincing way to do it.
Yeah.
Without creating a stir.
It's a classier way, and he could have, if he knew he was going to win, he could have like gave a real good zinger in his speech.
Now, do you think he knows the night of that he's going to win? Do you think that gets leaked out?
No, I don't.
Well, because they poll almost all the people who poll the voters, the Academy, the people that have a vote. It seems like they know almost to the T, almost to the award, who's going to win in advance of the actual ceremony. I mean, if you follow, like I have my brother-in-law is into that world, and he has all the websites, and I mean, he's impossible to bet against because he already knows.
He knows. I'm sure that he has a good idea, but I don't think someone goes up to him and says, for certain, you're going to win. You know.
But boy, he could have, the acceptance speech would have been a great time to apologize to Chris Rock and say, hey, listen, man,
Did you see him out partying afterwards?
Yeah, which is another thing I found
like,
very
go
distasteful.
home, maybe console your wife or be together. I don't know.
You know what? Will Smith is a very talented performer on a variety of fronts, and frankly, the award, was overdue. I thought he was, I Am Legend, and his performance in that was certainly award worthy. But
when I'll tell you, I did watch King Richard, and he did a great job.
So he won for that, not Ali.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right.
Except everyone but Chris Rock.
The guy hit.
What about his wife, too, for embarrassing her a little bit? Or maybe do you think she was proud?
No, I think she was so... But they have that weird relationship. They have a Hollywood relationship, so, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But the Chris Rock, I think, comes out looking like the stud in all this because he's not... I think I'd press charges, but he's... Unless, of course... that was all rigged. But.
And again, it's his job. He's supposed to make jokes. Someone will always get offended, you know. But
how would you like to be the guy next year's guy in charge of landing the comedian or the co-host?
I wouldn't do it. I'm like, I'm out.
They're going to go way down the list. They're going to end up with Gallagher or somebody.
They'd have to check each joke with each person attending, which then there's no jokes anymore. Hey, the Academy was quick to respond to the altercation. They did release a statement of their own.
The Academy posed on their Twitter this account saying, the Academy does not condone violence of any form.
But we're delighted.
Tonight we're delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners. But I do think one thing about this is that Coda, which was a very good movie, gets lost in all this.
The hubbub.
Yeah.
They should have continued. Tonight we are also delighted to see our ratings possibly go up.
All right, so while Smith and Rock are the talk of this year's Oscars, let's look at the people that were forgotten. As mentioned, Coda won Best Picture, Jessica Chastain won for Best Actress, and Will Smith, wins for Best Actor for his portrayal of Venus and Serena's father in King Richard.
All right, Best Original Song went to No Time to Die by Billie Eilish and Phineas from Daniel Craig's final outing as James Bond. We've got Best Animated Feature. Well, guess who took that? Encanto.